Hi, I'm Dewey Hollister, the Executive Director of the St. George Village Botanical Garden, the botanical garden of the Virgin Islands. And today I want to talk about this fabulous tree here next to the orchid house, which is a Genip tree, or locally known as kenip. It is a magnificent shade tree, but more than that, it's appreciated in the summertime right now because of its fabulous fruit. The trees across the island are just absolutely loaded. It is a very popular fruit on the island and on the islands in the Caribbean generally. This particular tree was brought here as a canoe plant by the Native Americans who colonized these islands from South America. They brought certain plants with them they wanted to make sure they had in their new colonies, and this was certainly one of them. The kenip comes in male and female. This one's loaded with fruit, so clearly it is a female. And let's go over and take a little closer look at the tree and the fruit. So here you can see the huge amount of fruit that's on this tree. It's absolutely heavy with it. And if you look up into the canopy here, you can just see it's absolutely everywhere you look. It is sold by the roadsides this time of year in big clusters. That's because each fruit contains a very large seed, and therefore you have to eat a lot of them to get a whole heck of a lot of the wonderful, thirst-quenching, delightful flesh that's in there. But I'm going to show you the technique as to how you actually go ahead and eat one of these. So let me pick one off the tree. They look sort of green, but we know this time of year that they're ready. So first thing you do to get the rind off is you give it a little bite in the back of your jaw here. That pops it open, as you can see right there. You give it a bit of a squeeze, and the flesh comes out. And then you pop that in your mouth and throw the rind away and suck the flesh off of the giant seed that's in there. Before I do that, I want to quickly say this is an invasive species on the island. When the Europeans came and did the disturbance to the environment that they did, this tree took off and took over a lot of different habitats on the island. So while we appreciate the fruit and we appreciate the shade this time of year, we don't appreciate the fact that it does exclude a lot of our native plants from coming back and regenerating native forests. So unfortunately, a lot of plants have been moved around by people. There's pluses and there's minuses. We know why they brought it, but now it may be less than a good thing. But hard to think about when you're eating the wonderful fruit this time of year. I'm going to say my goodbyes before I actually do this because there is no graceful way to eat this. I'm going to be chomping it around in my mouth. So let me say thank you for letting me show you the kenip or kenip, and I look forward to seeing you here next time in the Botanical Garden.